So the title of last week's sermon was The Fruits of the Spirit, subtitled Joy. And the text came from John chapter 15, verses 5 through 11. Last week we talked about how true joy doesn't require anything more than itself. You don't need to look anywhere else for joy, for true joy only comes from the Lord. Many people use joy and happiness interchangeably, but in fact those two words are very different. Pastor Howard told us that happiness is like a little injection of joy that you get from external circumstances. But joy comes from the deepest rooted place in our hearts. It comes from our hope in Christ and that God has a plan and that He's for us, with us, and His promises are true. If you are not in line with God, it is impossible for you to have joy in your heart. But if we obey and live in the Spirit, whether we're at a spiritual high or in the valley, we can always take comfort in knowing that God has provided us with perfect and overwhelming joy, just like a juicy watermelon overflowing with goodness. What is the marker in your life? Is it a marker of selfishness or is it a marker of overflowing joy?